Hello everyone, I am back with you today. You can hear in the background I've got a canner already going that has my pretty white chicken in it. And what I'm doing now is some chicken noodle soup starter. And so I want to show you here what I'm doing. I've already gotten started with my carrots, and you can see I've got carrots. I actually have some onions in that as well. I wanted to show you this tool that I use for peeling my carrots. This is amazing to use for when you have to peel a lot of stuff, because you don't have to cramp your hand like this. With a knife, your hand is much more relaxed. So you can see, and it just goes through that so quickly. So anyways, what I'm doing first is putting some onion in the bottom of my jar. Then I'm putting my carrots in. I'm going to put a good layer of carrots in the jar. And then let me grab a spoon. I forgot to get one. And then I have green peas here. These are my home canned green peas, which is another thing that I'm going to have to can this year because I just used my last jar. But anyway, I'm going to put about 2 heaping tablespoons of the green peas in the bottom of the jar. And then, once I've done that, only thing I have to do next, let me grab my chicken here, clean it up a little bit and put some chicken in there, and then I'm going to fill it with water. I've already put a teaspoon of salt in the bottom of the jar, and this is what I call chicken noodle soup starter. Okay, so my jars are out of the canner. You can see right here that I've got several jars. Still have the one canner cooling, and some chicken on the counter over there that I did earlier today. But I wanted to explain a little bit about how I use this chicken noodle soup starter. The first thing that I would do if I'm wanting to make chicken noodle soup is to make a roux. And if you go back to my cream soup recipes, and you'll see how I do that to make a roux. But anyway, you hear those things popping back there. I will take some of my home canned chicken broth. If you've not seen that, go and look up the video for my pretty white chicken. And in those videos, I show you how I do the chicken broth. But anyway, I'll pour a can of that chicken broth into a stock pot, or just, a small pot if I'm making a small amount of it. And then put in my egg noodles. However many egg noodles you want, just a good handful of egg noodles in it. Anyway, I let that cook until the egg noodles begin to get tender, and then I add the roux to it and let that start to thicken. But I also go ahead and add my can of chicken noodle soup starter to it, and when I add it, I shred the chicken into it. So it only takes just a very few minutes to have a nice big pot of chicken noodle soup, and it is so good whenever you're sick, or sometimes I make it to take to a friend or somebody at church that's sick. So anyway, you try this, and I'll tell you, you will love this recipe. It's so easy, but it's good. So I'm going to let you go now. It's been a long day of canning. It's been a long 3 days this week of canning. And so until next week, God bless you.